what's your name?
Darlene.
Darlene. Have you ever heard of the Lady of White Rock Lake?
I have not.
Okay. So, when you hear that, what do you think of?
Well, I kind of think back to the old lady of the lake written about in England.
Okay, so tell me about her.
I don't know very much. I know there was a writing, and it was, I think, in King Arthur's time.
Okay.
She was an Arthurian figure, and she gave him the sword Excalibur.
Okay.
And I believe she also had something to do with Avalon. She was somehow connected to taking him there after he died. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I read that.
Exactly. Okay.
So there's that myth.
Yeah. What's your name?
Haley.
Okay, Haley, have you ever heard of the Lady of the Lake?
I have.
Okay, tell me about her.
I heard a story that there was a girl who drowned in the lake after a sailing incident, and a few years later, a couple saw this girl along the shore who was dripping wet and in a white dress. And so they asked her if she needed help and a ride home. And so she told them the address, and she sat in the back seat of their car as they drove. But when they got to the address, she was gone, and there was just a wet seat in the back of the car. And they knocked on the door and asked the people who lived there. And it was someone's relative that had passed away in the lake a number of years ago, and the parents were just shocked at it. And then it became known as the Lady of the Lake after there were probably more sightings of it.
Okay, have you ever seen the Lady of the Lake?
I have not had the pleasure.
So you want to see the Lady of the Lake?
I would love to see the Lady of the Lake.
Would you give the Lady of the Lake a ride home?
Probably.
Yeah?
I'd love to see where she lived, and also just do her a kind courtesy.
Okay, so how did you hear of her?
I think I heard of her through my mom. She explained the legend of me. Oh, explained the legend to me. But I also, in middle school, someone did a video project of kind of acting out the whole scenario of the Lady of the Lake. And I thought the story was so interesting, and then I talked to my mom about it, and she told me that it was a true story, that a young girl had died in a sailing accident and had drowned, and there were these people that gave her a ride home and discovered that she had passed away.
Okay, so can you describe what she looks like in the sightings?
The main thing that is to my knowledge is that she wears a long white dress, probably relative to the time period of when she died, and she's often soaking wet when she's found because she is from the lake.
Okay.
I don't know anything about facial details or anything like that.
Okay, alright, thank you. Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Paul.
Have you ever heard of the Lady of the Lake?
Yes, I have.
Okay, can you tell me what you've heard?
Well, throughout the years and through various friends, I've just heard about a lady wearing a white dress. The story that I was told is she was killed around here or had drowned around here. I'm not quite sure exactly how it happened, but anyway, I've heard stories about the Lady of the Lake being around here. I don't know as a physical being or as a ghost. I'm not quite sure. I think I've heard various stories that people have actually seen her physically, and I've heard other people say that it was just a ghost that they saw, a silhouette maybe, you know, of a lady that was dressed in white, a white dress. I've seen articles in the paper also, you know, talking about the Lady of the Lake. But other than that, I don't know a whole lot about it. Just that the Lady of the Lake is around here, and there's been several sightings of her or the ghost or whatever it may be. But that's pretty much all I've heard. I've never actually seen her. I've been walking out here for, oh my gosh, 12 years now, and I've never seen anything strange or any ghosts or anything. So who knows? It's possible, I guess. Anything's possible, you know.
So, do you believe in the Lady of the Lake?
You know, until I see her or see something, no, I'm not going to believe in something like that. But, you know, you never know. Me personally, I'm not a believer in actual ghosts, but until maybe one day, maybe I will see one and change my mind. But until then, you know, it's I don't know. It's kind of conflicting, I guess you could say. You know, I want to believe, but yet I haven't seen one, so it's hard to believe. You know?